Okay, quiet, Abby. Well, hi, Zach.
I think I'm in the wrong room.
You just might be,
Oh, here she is. Okay, good.
Oh, well, hey there, gorgeous.
Hello.
So what are we doing?
All right. So, whoa. Please get your attack dog.
Oh, Smoochie.
This crap doesn't look right.
It doesn't, does it?
No, because you know what? Nobody knows because we're not supposed to be on.
Let's find. Where is it, honey?
Where's what?
Our thing.
Yeah, we got to get comfy.
Yeah.
Oh, your introduction?
Nothing.
Good snake.
Yeah, the background.
Oh, I don't have that
You say
downloaded.
hi to everybody.
Shame
I've
on you.
added you're going on your.
Okay,
page.
where's my introduction?
I don't know. I'd have to find the introduction. The introduction's on this other computer.
Great.
Oh, you know what? That's fine.
Mama.
Because you know what? Welcome to Getting Comfy with Adrienne and Jan. This is our hostile takeover.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all. Shh. Jeremy don't know. So let's see how many messages he gets in the next 10 minutes.
Right?
I don't want to.
But he can't do anything about it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Red snake.
I don't know. I ate him. I ate him for lunch.
And if you don't listen and behave, she might come over here and cook you. She will boil you with garlic and onions and sage and thyme and rosemary and make a potion to stay looking young.
Hi, Carl. Hi, Rich.
We turned
guys.
him into a nader tot.
Literally, probably. You could throw some cheese on him. Just beware. Throw the lactate too.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
tell you.
it's there.
Girl,
It is
be
on the
rich.
table waiting for him.
I'm
Yes,
gonna tell you.
yes.
Can I tell her something again?
Okay, one more thing, and then you got to go play.
Can I see the doggy?
No, the doggies are put
Where
away.
is the doggy? Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Up. He came back to life.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hello, mother.
You are live, so watch yourself.
Okay.
He goes, hello, mother.
Well, guys, we just had an interesting weekend.
Would
We
And-
did. Hold on a minute. Let me share real quick.
Well, hi,
Um,
Jeremy.
Oh, well,
didn't
I'm
have
so
to wait
sorry
a
you don't
minute.
have volume. Hi.
We can say so many things.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes. So, what a weekend, huh? What a week. What a couple of weeks.
I don't know. Am I able to actually? Nick may come on, so we may be able to share some of this evidence that we got.
Oh, just some teasers, though. Just some teasers. I don't want to give away too much because let me tell you guys, this I'm gonna say it. It was one hell of a weekend. We had a spectacular team that I cannot wait to introduce you guys to. They're phenomenal, and for never meeting us, I think that it was magical.
It was. It was amazing. I do want to. I'm gonna see if anybody else. I don't know who all's on. We'll play it again later too. But I want to see if anybody else can hear what is being said on this recording.
Oh, hold on, pause.
Here.
We have somebody who has a birthday, but not really a birthday, but yet it's her birthday. If there's no picture taken of her today, it never happened, so she doesn't age. But
But there
just in case there was a picture taken of her today. Happy birthday, Tammy.
Yes,
We love
that's
you.
why I said I see a naked Nathan. We have two screens here, and my Facebook
I was
is here.
wondering why there was a naked guy on your.
from here up, he's naked.
This isn't the one. Though,
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We can play this one as well.
All right. So here's a little bit of what they found. 12-second clip. But you're going to have to listen.
No, not listen on this one. Watch. Where's the sound?
What's up, guys?
There we go. Okay, now mind you, you'll watch it play again. It's on a loop right now. But there was people on one end of the hall, people on the other end of the hall. There was no lights, and another person at the other end of the hall saw that as a dark shadow, not the light that we see. And that is a person sitting there in the middle. So yeah.
And we got a lot of that activity. Well,
won't
hey
let
there,
me
Eileen.
She's on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now you got your producer, Nick, so I'm going to get my fat butt out of here.
Well, Nick, Eileen, welcome to Getting Comfy with Adrian and Jan. We've done a hostile takeover of Super
Yeah, Nick and Eileen and
Right there, Nick and Eileen?
Babe.
I'm watching this clip because, like,
Where's dinner?
we were there in person and we saw so much of this. But to actually see it, it's almost like you can see a
I
face
actually came in just
looking
to get a
out.
soda, but you asked me a question. So
I know.
It's just it's.
How do I remove this now?
Well, hold on. Eileen's looking at it,
Okay.
or she was.
No,
Eileen's
you're
driving.
Yeah, you're good. I'm at a red light. I'm at a red light.
Simon says stop.
We're gonna do this.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Now, was this Stephanie's video or Joanne? Jackie, excuse me.
Right in here, right there. Do you see that movement?
Yeah. What is that?
Oh,
What
great.
the hell is that?
That's a person's head. That is not.
So is this at the Abbey?
Yes, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
See, I didn't get to watch the whole y'all's whole live at the Abbey.
Nothing happened at the live. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the evidence is coming in from all of us now.
Gotcha.
I won't tell you what happened to mine.
I have a magic one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it gone?
We have a tech looking to see if they can get it back.
I'm gonna cry.
So
Yeah.
did it like just delete by itself or what?
No.
Okay.
I had my husband's help when he was trying to download it for me. But we still have 2 of them.
Tell me you have the first one.
No. What we do have is where it started with the whistles we did. But we have the whistle video, which was the first night, I believe. Was that the last video that was saved, or was it the first one?
that was just the first one I saw on your conversation with your daughter.
So Zach, I thought you were good at tech.
Oh, he is good at tech. What he's not good at is equipment that I throw at him and say, download this on the computer so I can work with it later.
No, I downloaded it just perfectly. Then I just threw it away.
Wow.
Did your tech guy get back to you?
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
You know what? I'm going to say this, though, but maybe it's for a reason.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe it's something you didn't need to know.
And that's he was like, I'm sorry. I said, you know what? Shit happens.
No, it's one of those things, Eileen. We know what is on there, and what is on there is not very pleasant. We'll say.
How
Right, Nick? Is
long
that how
was
you
the
wanna
video
put
that
it?
is saved?
I never watched it. I couldn't watch it because
Nick.
the dog was.
Yeah, sorry, I was sharing this out. What were you saying?
Oh. Well, what do you want to say? What happened? What
I'm gonna get
happened-
rid of this video now.
What happened there? It was it.
Let me find the other one.
Maybe
How do I?
it shouldn't be shared out to the world. Maybe the clips and the bits
Do
that
you
we
want the one
got
with the dog whistle?
are
No.
or what
I
we
want was the
show
ones on my.
world.
I'm sorry, Jen. It was just that they were
I'll give
talking. I
you the
couldn't hear the
one
full thing.
No,
You
what I
shared
want.
with me.
Yes,
Yours-
that's the one I want. Okay. Anybody who's got headphones, whatever, let's. I don't want that on my screen.
I can
Oh,
see that
Alexa,
too.
shut up.
Ooh,
What
I
the
don't
hell
want
is
that on the
that?
screen either.
Okay.
Adelina.
This will probably be on a loop as well. So
All right, this is one that you really got to listen carefully on.
Can you tell me who you are?
It's too low.
Can you tell me who you are?
how do I turn it up? Okay. Okay. So y'all have to turn your audio up.
Can you tell me who you are?
Here, hold on.
Can you tell me who you are?
I hear something, but I can't really understand what it's saying.
Can you tell me who you are?
Anybody that wants to hear this, I can send you the video. You can hear it clearly
who you are?
when it's not this.
Yeah, it's really garbled and muffled from my side. Yeah, Rich can't make it
Can you
out
tell me
either.
who you are?
Okay. Rich, do I have you on my Facebook, bub?
Can you tell me who you are?
Eileen, I'm going to send it to you.
No, Rich said he's not, so you'll probably have to add him on Facebook. So Adrian, while you're
Why
doing
is it
that,
still playing? Why won't it shut up?
For some
Go
reason,
away.
I can't hear anybody. Hold on.
Got it. It's shut up.
so Jan, what were you trying to say? I'm sorry, you have to repeat that all, but what were you trying to say to me?
Sorry, I have a piece of hair that keeps poking into my eye if I start making funny faces and like looking up in the corner. It's just this one wild piece. You know, maybe it's not there for a reason. You know, what happened there shouldn't necessarily be shared out to the world. So maybe the evidence that we do have can say, yeah, we found stuff. This is what happened in this instant, but there was so much activity that you know, we know what's on that recording,
Right.
and maybe that doesn't need to be heard. Maybe that it's done, it's over with, and maybe that's where, you know, you let dead dogs lie, because we were all there and we all know what happened,
Right.
and that's all we
You know,
need to know.
that was the
Yeah, I-
weirdest thing. As soon as you start playing that clip, everything on my phone went silent.
I'm not surprised.
So even after you were playing it and y'all were talking, it was like y'all were like on the lowest volume I had. And I'm like, I haven't touched my phone, so I was trying to turn the volume up. I was like, is it all the way up?
Yeah,
So
when you play it on your phone, you can make it out very clearly.
So I do have to say, I wanted to do this show tonight, though, to talk about the team. And Eileen, I tell you what, phenomenal. Look at
was.
Nick's smile. Not one person. I fell in love with every single person on this trip.
Yeah.
Like, it was such a bonding experience, sharing a
See,
home.
that was the reason I wasn't there, because if I would have been there, then you would just been focused on me.
Well, not to mention, you probably would have grabbed everybody's asses.
No, I'm just saying. I know I'm the most loved, so you know, I had to give everybody else attention.
Well, I tell you what, I took over. Poor Adrian. Every time I'm around Adrian, my hand and her butt is like in consistent contact. I communicate with her with like butt grabs, and Nick is laughing because it's so true. Like, I don't even walk by
High five.
anything.
Virtual high five.
We
Yeah.
literally, I mean, we had new people, like we've never met. We didn't know who they were. Mimi did. I did not.
Oh, hey, Chris.
We
Chris.
really had to, hey, Chris, we really had to explain to them that Jan and I really were not a couple. I mean, we really had to say this.
Right.
Literally
The
had
first
to
thing we
say
do-
this.
First thing
Gotcha. I'm
we do-
sending it to you right now.
the first thing we do is we're like, okay, we're gonna go find our room. Like, I'm like, she's mine. I've already peed on her. This was down ago. She sleeps with me. And everybody's like, I'm like, well, it's the truth. You know?
Hey, Chris, since you're on here, I'm going to send you
Hey,
this
Robin.
video, this recording too. Tell me what you get.
Send it to me so- send it to me so I can listen to it when I'm not driving.
I did. I sent it to the group chat.
Gotcha.
But the team, it was so cool how we all worked together. Every single one of us worked together individually with one team or
Robin?
individually with
Oh,
another.
Robin.
So basically, what you're telling me, Jen, is my hand was there in spirit.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
If I am
What's up,
around
Mimi?
you and your hand starts to feel sore, you know why. I am.
Is that why it was hurting the other day? Oh my God!
You got to really work on this right here. I feel a little tendonitis coming on. You know.
Well, it was my right. My right hand was feeling hurt.
Yeah. See, Nick, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That would be about the time that she smacked my ass and was like, "Are you done?"
What did I do that for again?
I think I was. Oh, I was talking in the room for too long with the
Oh, with Dennis. Oh, what to
with
talk about it?
Dennis and Twitch.
Phenomenal guy.
The butt slapping has become such a synonymous thing with me that that even at darts, everyone knows if they're like having bad luck, they're gonna turn their butts around to me and I have to hit it.
You know, if you're also having a bad night at darts and you want to ever channel your inner Jan, just play Eric Church, Smoke a Little Smoke. Take your shoes off, really get down in deep, take a couple of deep breaths and go, you know what?
Well, I mean,
I got
is there a
Which
way that
one?
we
We
could?
play songs like Crazy Bitch and no baby, we play
Well, I mean, is there a way that you could throw darts at someone's ass instead of the target?
Yes, there is, but it's not
I don't
recommended.
want to hurt them. I might win. So.
I
Look,
do want to give a shout out to Dennis.
Yes.
Yeah, Dennis.
Hey
awesome
Dennis,
guy.
I can't see you, but hello.
I do
What
want to give him a
up,
shout
man?
out. I definitely want to give him a shout out for all those jump scares that they had while me and Jeremy were on the show. God damn it.
But
On
Dennis
time?
is going to be on the show.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna have him and just phenomenal. And hopefully, and we're trying. I think I got everybody roped into it. If not, I'm gonna hook, line, and sinker them in with this. But
And
You
just so
know-
everybody knows, Dennis he's like the tour guide there, like
no, he's a historian. Like Dennis,
yeah, but he stays there all summer and does all of the ghost hunts. He does all of the tours. He streams on Twitch while everybody, I've watched some of the videos there, and God help him, I don't know how he keeps his cool, but he runs around there and there's cameras set up already, but there's no sound on them, and he'll watch somebody fake something, and guess what? When you do, it's going on Twitch immediately because it's live streamed to Twitch, so everybody can look and go, "Oh
That's
Lord,
what-
that team."
That's what they did with me when they sent these damn jump scares to me.
well, I
That
thought
was his moderator.
so. That was
Moderator, yeah.
cool. Like being on Twitch, and half the time you don't even realize that the cameras are there.
You don't. You
I
really
mean, we were
don't.
streaming Twitch, YouTube. I mean, we were all over the place, and we were like in our own little bubble, doing our own little thing. It was really cool. He went in and described the experiments we were doing. But what was also nice is the fact that he pulled us off the camera and talked to each one of us individually and got to know each one of us. And I thought that was a phenomenal aspect of him, and his soul is just so bright and beautiful, and he's just so happy, and just he brings that history right to light. It's just amazing. And the team, the reason why I want to talk about the team, and Nick, you're going to be right on board with this. What a team to trust. We had to trust each other going into this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when we got there, we were like, okay, yeah, this is just an investigation, la da da da. And then it was like, you know what? No, this is not an investigation. And it is, but it was more than that. And it was one of those things where right before we went in to do the investigation, there was a few of us that had some breakdowns that we needed to have. I know I was one of them. And there was a few others. And it was like we had to get it off of our chest, because if we went in there with that on our hearts, oh wow, that would have rocked our worlds. That would have just, and to be able to trust a team like that, just meeting them with some really personal, sensitive stuff, like way to go, guys. Way to go in trusting and believing in each other.
That's actually good to mesh like that.
You know, it's just, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, you and Jeremy and the others don't know about this yet, but as we, you know, that last night that we were there, and because you know, I felt crushed when I found out that you guys were still there in the morning, but you guys left while I was still in the shower. As a matter of fact, I felt terrible about it. So I actually did kind of got a little emotional from that. You know, mostly from the night before. It was probably right before I went to sleep. I just couldn't hold it in. I just couldn't.
Well, it was a humbling experience. Like the first night rocked our socks.
Scotty.
You know, hey Scott,
What's up,
I
Scott?
wanted to say that before I said what I was going to say. But the first night, it kind of like it rocked our socks. Like it was a really rough. It was a hard, heavy night, and then the next night, it was very humbling.
Yes.
And I think that's where a lot of us, the love that we felt was that really filled our soul. The warmth that came from it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to anybody. I started crying. It was such a beautiful release.
So you too as well. So it wasn't just only me.
All of us in the choir loft. Ask Adrian. We were all sitting in the choir loft and we just couldn't breathe. And it wasn't a good, it was a good, you can't breathe. Just that overwhelming, like, oh, feeling. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was feeling.
Yeah, like we were truly loved and we were truly appreciated. And it was so on your knees, bring you to God, humbling.
It was like, the best way I could really describe it from my side was when we knew we could trust each other. And you guys know a lot of times that I've been a huge believer in it. I know not everybody is or agrees with it, and they call it, of course, different terms. You guys obviously know all too well, like, you know, I'm a big believer in para-unity. But in my opinion, from those times that we were together, this was just more than para-unity to me. This really was true family right here. I won't even say para-family. It was just a true family being together.
You know what I called it to Adrian and Nick? I might start crying when I say this, and I think everybody will understand that was there. It was God's dream team.
Yes, that's great. I love that.
We were literally God's dream team walking in there. Like everybody had a job. They knew what they needed to do. And we captured what we needed to capture. We did what we had to do. And it was like God all put, I know the older I get, the more religious I get, but it was like God's hand was placed upon us the whole entire.
Now you're starting to get me emotional out of it.
Okay. We're going to do this.
Hey, real quick. I'm starting to lose signal, but Adrian, Bear says, hey, come here, Bear. Come here, Bear.
Bear, baby.
Oops.
Hi. What's he doing? Not you. Oh, Lord.
So I'm starting to lose signal. Y'all were kind of going in and out because this house still doesn't have Wi-Fi. So I am going to have to get off. I just wanted to jump on and say, hey, and hopefully I was going to be able to do something, but I'm losing signal.
Well, it's good seeing you either way.
Jan, do you recognize
Oh,
this?
there you go. So,
Oh, look at my thing.
mwah.
Hey, do you see my thing, Eileen?
What
That's her
thing?
dog.
That's my
this is
dog.
her dog.
I can barely see because it's kind of.
Yeah, she's a rose.
Yeah, I
She's a
can see
redhead.
some dogs, but it's freezing up.
She'll have to send you a picture of her.
Oh,
And very quickly before you get off, Scott said he's coming down to Mississippi.
No.
I don't know what he's talking about, but okay.
Watch your leg.
No.
Watch.
Nick,
Yeah.
All
can you play that
All right,
video?
y'all are
for
freezing
Scott?
up, so I'm gonna head out.
All right, now
Good seeing you,
let me
Eileen.
know.
So I'm sorry. What were you trying to say, Adrian?
Can you play that video for Scott while he's on so he can see it?
Which video?
Both.
Oh, hang on once. I'm trying to look for it right now.
Oh, here, I'll just
Yeah, you
send
might
it
have
to
to. You might have to send them to me because I don't have
I'll
them.
send it to you directly.
Get off. It wouldn't leave.
Really?
Yeah.
Eileen's still stuck on.
No, I mean my phone wouldn't even click.
There it is.
Eileen.
Yeah, you're still on.
Eileen.
Let's listen to this.
Okay. Did you
No.
send them? Did you
No,
send
I
them to me already, or?
No, I was listening. I was spying on Eileen.
Of course, you
No,
got to spy on her.
I made fun of her. She spied on her.
Jan, like what I was just trying to say, I mean, before Eileen said anything, was with what you just said, you even made me emotional a second ago. Like, man,
These two.
I don't even know what to say about that. But that's truly amazing.
I don't know if that's the way you felt, Nick, but that's honestly the way that I felt. That's
You don't get that very often. I can tell you that right now. I've been with 2 other teams, and no.
Okay,
No.
hang on. Okay, I got the video. So give me 1 second here. And okay,
Which, speaking of 2 other teams, this camera that we had deleted, I thought, the Werewolf Hill was on it.
Werewolf Hill. I didn't hear about this one.
from Carlsbad.
Oh,
It was a live I
Carlsbad.
did in
Okay.
Carlsbad.
All right. Okay, here we go. Wait, actually, let me rewind that.
Here, Scotty, you're the only one that didn't see this, so
Yeah, hopefully Scotty's still on.
I think he is. Right here.
There wasn't any. Okay, here. Yeah, this right here. The hell
yeah,
is
that's
that?
just
I still don't know. I mean, I know I could see something, but I don't know what the hell that is.
sometimes I
Well-
think I see something, and then sometimes it looks like something else, but it's movement.
It's like peeking out or something. That's in that piano room or the room with the music that was uncovered in German.
Was this next to in the choir area or
No,
this
this
was
was in the basement
oh in the
where that
basement?
music was uncovered that was in German.
Hey, Mimi, I just saw you up there. What's up, girl?
Yeah, she just came into the chat a few minutes ago.
You know what? I am so bad. Sometimes I forget to click over to the chat.
It's no big
And,
deal.
I
but,
can't on my phone.
I'm in the
See,
private.
I'm glad I came on so that way I can't click.
Yeah, it did peek out, Scott, but
Yeah.
when nobody's Mimi saw it from the other end as a
and
dark
saw the
shadow.
hand. And
See,
Mimi got
'cause-
a hand on hers.
See,
Yeah,
what
and
I'm
it was
seeing,
a hand that reached out and you could see claws. They were pointed.
Yeah.
It was crazy. We're gonna put together all of our evidence and put it as like a video.
see what I'm seeing right now. This is just me, but obviously, I feel like I'm seeing 2 things because there's this right here.
Yep,
Is this
yep.
somebody's? Yeah, there's this, and then it
That's
just
not
seems.
somebody's flashlight either.
Oh, that's somebody's. Okay, so
no,
it's not
no,
somebody's,
that's not.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
now
verified that
this
one.
Now this right
Okay,
here.
that right there, Nick, is one of the girls' heads.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
so
we
the,
can
move,
debunk
the
that
white,
one.
light movement is what we're looking at.
Yeah,
Now,
'cause-
Scotty, I'm gonna send you this video, and you tell me what you hear at the end of it. It's not a long video.
Guys, we are so pumped about this investigation that we're actually going. I'm just going to go ahead and promo it. We don't know when we're going to do it because there's so much coming in. We're going to sit down. We're going to put together a special and try to get the team together and the whole team and do it individually, one by one. Say, I take Scott and Tammy. We sit down with Scott and Tammy and we give their accounts with everybody and what they caught, and then sit down with the next team. We'll figure something out, and so that way you guys can meet the team, we'll say, and do a meet and greet and show what we did, because
Send it to me, Scotty.
what is he going to send you? Because see, when I'm sharing stuff, I can't see the comments when I'm doing this, unfortunately.
He wants to. He said I should see his video from the Wetzels. I want to see what he got. I love watching evidence, especially with people you trust. I mean, you can see evidence all day long.
Oh,
But-
see, and that's one of the things I wanted to discuss on here, like tonight. Well, first of all, you know what, the whole bonding experience, I can tell you, like grounding with everybody and taking everybody and pulling everybody aside and doing that was phenomenal. The grounding, I think that is a must before every investigation. I think I'm going to do it on a bigger scale now with whatever team that we're on. Yeah, the chickens are running out. Just get into a big circle and have everybody
Hey,
ground.
Jackie.
Hey,
Jackie's here.
She was part of our team.
Yep,
Yes.
she was with us. It's awesome that she's tuning in.
I was just talking about that. So not only did we release together, we released so much energy together and we released so much negativity, right?
It's a video from a biker
yeah, I
party.
definitely want to see that
Okay, that's cool.
because I was supposed to be there.
Oh, the world's smallest violin is being passed to you now.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I promised 2 years ago I was going to be there. I still have not went.
And sometimes there's reasons.
I know it's probably not Foley the best place, but my vest at Foley would fit in since it's a biker vest.
There we go.
Hey, wait.
Uh-oh, Adrian's got something for us.
So anyways, Nick, I think that between us sitting down and doing like trust building exercises, basically, we'll call them, and like a circle, and
Oh,
Go.
wow. That's
That's
awesome.
the winner one. Of course, I cannot wear these. These are not mine. That's a no-no.
Right. Wow. That's really cool. I like that a lot.
There's one of them on here that is so funny, and I can't find which one it's on, but it talks about it. Well, it's not very nice, so we're just not going to do that. But I don't want to get us kicked off the show before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Paddle faster, I hear banjos. Eating meat is murder. Flame broiled is delicious. Delicious murder. Sometimes it takes a tank full of fuel before I can think straight. Yeah, no, these are not mine. I do have mine, just don't have patches on them.
I think Jen had to disappear for about a second or two. I think she'll be
Yeah,
right back.
Abby. Poor Abby. She's been mama's baby.
Yeah, and that's understandable.
And mama was gone for the weekend. So
Right, exactly. So trying to
that's
make up for that.
mama's baby. I'm probably wrong. It's still hard to hear, but sounds like a male voice saying you will find. Okay.
You know what,
Okay.
let me I'm gonna, because you sent both videos, I'm gonna play it from my side. I mean, I'll share it out and we'll see how it's, I mean, I know
Okay.
it's probably gonna still sound muffled and garbled,
It
but
sounds it's nothing like on the phone. Nothing.
well, at the very least, I could try to hear it from my side. So I'll share the screen again So give me 1 second here. Got to go through this fun routine as usual. Okay, here we go. So let's try it from my side.
Can you tell me who you are?
Yeah, you know what? Okay, now that Rich has said that, I can hear it.
Can you tell me who you are?
It's like it's like a
Can you
whisper
tell me who
almost.
you are?
And this is why we get different opinions.
Tell me who you
And
are.
what do you think it is, Adrian?
I think it says Paul.
Okay.
Can you tell me who you are?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing the you will find too, is like Rich is, but of course
tell me who
others
you
may
are?
say otherwise, like you. So it could be anything at this point.
Tell me who
After
you are.
all, there is definitely a response out of it. I just wish it was.
And you're right. If you listen to it really close with headphones, it has 3 syllables, not 2.
Because
I
I'm
just
wearing
don't know what those are.
because I'm wearing headphones right now, so that's why I'm pretty much agreeing with what Rich is saying. So
Well, the bottom line, there was only 2 women in that cemetery. There was
There's-
no man, no spirit box, none of that was there. It was 2 women, one recording, the other one talking. That was it. And this is so far away from like any noise that could have been there, unless you're hearing like a yell. But none of us were there because we were all at the jail.
not to mention too, we were also pretty far away from the road too. So even if it was somebody like yelling out of their car, it would have been too far away for us to hear it.
Yeah, at the cemetery it would have been, yes.
Because we were like at least a quarter mile from the road, if not even a little bit further, or
It would have been at least a mile from there.
okay, so about
Well,
so even I would say either
about half
quarter
a-
mile.
let's go half a mile, split
Okay.
the difference.
All right,
Probably
so we'll
half
say
mile.
half mile then. Yeah. So for that reason, then we wouldn't really be able to hear it unless they were really loud. We wouldn't be able to hear something like that.
And Jen, I think we have more than we think we did. I just looked at the camera. I think maybe there was only one part deleted.
Oh.
I'm going to go through it tomorrow.
Now Scott here says now he has a different opinion of his own. He's to him it sounds like you are fine.
Okay. That's still 3 syllables. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to, I know Jeremy has a some kind of program that slows it down and like really edits it out. I don't have that program. So I'm going to let him do that part. Yeah. No matter what, I mean, we have evidence from everyone. I have not looked through mine yet. I'm awful. So I will get to look through mine tomorrow. But what the girls have sent in, what everybody, I mean, what we experienced, you can't even if we had it on video, you couldn't,
You had to be
it
there.
wouldn't matter.
Well, especially after with what happened to me in the chapel.
If you want to tell what happened to you, go ahead. That's not our place.
Yeah, that's not my place, Nick.
Yeah, it's not that I refused to, but it was surprisingly I wasn't even really afraid, but I was determined that this thing wasn't going to fight me. But to kind of put it in a simple perspective, because I don't want to make it like a true story. I mean, a long story. It was true, not just don't want to make it a true story. I just did it again.
You don't. Okay. Let me phrase this the way that to keep it truthful without telling and without divulging the whole truth of the matter. We are going to have a summary of what happened to Nick until Nick probably has to process what happened.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's because I'm still yeah, you're absolutely right. I guess I'm still trying to process it, but from what obviously for those that don't know, it was actually right around the beginning of the investigation, so or really not long after we began, and we were in the chapel, and we were doing a spirit box session. I had a few of my equipment out to do the investigation. It's spread out throughout the chapel, and all of a sudden I began to feel like this real terrible stabbing pain in my stomach. It was just like I don't even really know how to really describe the actual pain that I had gotten from that. I mean, the best way I could really describe it, it just felt like as if someone just grabbed my stomach and just squeezed it almost like as hard as they could. And Jim, that's when I called you saying that something was not right. I was not, and it was to a point where I was almost like ready to vomit. So
you were doubled over. You were pale. You were shaking. You had the sweats going on. You were going down. You were going down fast. It hit you, and it hit you hard. That was pretty intense. And I mean, I remember getting over there and just trying to wrap you up and warm you up with my energy and put that protection around you. And it had a hold of you. It really did. It was wrenching pretty hard.
yeah, and it hit me twice if you thought about it. I mean, the first time was aggressive enough, and that's when you came to my aid and gave me your protection. And then at first I was doing a lot better. At one point I went up to the where the choir area was, because something was drawing us over there. I remember when I went back downstairs, and matter of fact, somehow sat in the same spot that I was. That's when that pain started coming back again, and that was when it was a lot more aggressive. And I think that's when the inmates are running the asylum. But yeah, that's when you were nearby, I told you it was happening again, but it was a lot worse. Yeah, like that was when I started getting pale. I think that's when it really it was at its worst then.
Oh yeah,
I have a video of you after it. I wasn't there for the whole thing, and when I did see it, I had just walked in, and Jan had you. So I turned around and walked out. That there was nothing I could do at that point. So I walked out.
There was nothing anybody could do at that point. I mean, Nick, Nick probably started praying. I started praying. I know I really grounded hard, and I was like, God, you don't just protect us. We got this. Just protect us. And I really started praying hard.
Later, it was like 5 minutes later, I have a video of when we went into that bridal room.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, where it was at, what video I got that wasn't fucking jiggling, I had nowhere else to hang it, Scotty, not a word. I had nowhere else to hang it except on my t-shirt. And when you walk, never mind. Anyway, it wasn't steady video. We're going to put it that way. But that room was like, I was
exactly what the camera was doing, Nick.
Zach said, when we post the evidence on that video, says, anybody want a motorboat?
Damn it. God damn it. Made my voice crack. Ow.
Puberty again? And Scotty, I'm going to have another drink before I finish watching that video. And whoever that woman was, tell her I'm jealous. Anyway, so I walked by Nick like less than 5 minutes after it was all over. And you could feel like it wasn't on him anymore. He was feeling okay, but you could feel the energy when you walked by him come off of him because it was still right there.
Mm-hmm.
That was something that I've never felt before.
It was waiting. It was waiting for Nick to let his guard down again. And that's why I looked at Nick and I said, we got this.
Ghost.
I remember clearly like looking Nick in the eye. And I was like, we got this. You got this. You're wrapped up in protection. It can't touch you. And, you know, we did the breathing and it did. It kind of.
The camera caught on video where I was telling Jeremy what had happened. And he was like, what? Because he was down in the room there, still doing the equipment and stuff when that happened. He was still watching cameras.
Yeah, well, I
And-
mean, hey, that and and the evidence started coming in right away. Look at Jeremy and I. You guys were on the tour, so let's be fair. Okay, I'm the medium energy worker, whatever you want to call me. I don't know. I don't care. I'm Jan. I don't do the tours because I don't want to be influenced. Nick's just laughing. Nick
That's
is
the
laughing
second
so
time
hard.
I've done that tour, and I learned something new that I didn't hear the last time.
What?
Oh, just through the tour, like the history of where the Pope was. I knew the Pope was supposed to be his retreat. What I didn't comprehend the last time was how they had sold it. They had traded the property, so they got more. You know, I didn't catch all that the last time, so I'm glad I took the tour.
You know, as a medium, I would rather take the tour after I do the walkthrough.
Brad, you were not even supposed to be on here for that bullshit. Brad, disappear, dude. No, disappear, disappear, disappear. No. Brad, don't. Brad.
That's why,
Woke up at
you
the
know
right
what, Nick? You know what? Here's the bad thing is Adrian walks over to me and puts the body cam right between my boobs and she goes, "You won't have a problem with this." And I'm like, "I know I won't."
And it was not meant that way. But it
Everybody
worked out.
just turned looked and Norton, you know.
When I had it on my shirt, I'm looking at the video and it's pointing at your butts and your bare feet. That's all I see.
Did you get a good view?
I got a good view of everybody's
You
asses.
might want to send that footage to Jesse, at least of me. You know, I don't know how he'd feel about everybody else, but Jesse's always about a good butt video.
Take a picture, send it, but let him put it on his damn phone because everybody's asses was in that video. Everybody.
That should be the beginning. That should be the beginning opening of our special is everybody's butts. Okay. And that's how we're going to introduce everybody. This is Adrian and this is Adrian's butt. This is Jan.
Oh no,
This
you
is
can't see
Jan's
my butt because I
There
was
you go,
wearing it.
Brad.
This is Nick. This is Nick's butt. That's right. We're going to call it the Paranormal Ass Show. I like it. I like it. You know, I think,
It looks
you know,
nice.
introduce everybody by their feet. Look at Jeremy.
You notice we were, as a matter of fact, Dennis, or maybe it was the other dude at one point. Yeah, whatever his name was. I have two names for him, so I don't know. So here's the story behind this. We did not realize that this dude was on Portals to Hell.
Or yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Portals to Hell when we got there. He was the medium for Portals to Hell on. Yeah, I haven't even researched it, but anyway, I had no idea, and honestly, it wouldn't have mattered because y'all know I have no filter, no matter who it is. I don't care. But we were sitting there, and this guy says, "Yeah, I'm so and so. I'm a medium." I said, "Oh, okay, that's cool." That's all he said to me. That's all I knew. So we were kind of checking it. I would say, well, we walked by at one point because this entity, that's all we'll say, it's an entity, we were walking behind it and it was going toward, they have a little room there set up where they do their Twitch channel. And it's the only room with any lights on. And of course, the front walkway, which you can go out the door to smoke or do what you want to do. And so it was right there, like it went in their door. And I opened that door and I said, "Hey, it's right here." And he stands up and goes, "Oh." He says, "It's right. The thing with the red eyes is right here." Yeah. He says,
when I walked around the door and I busted open the other door, right? I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was before I did it. Because at this point, you and I were not together. I was off with another team. Like I said,
No, we were. I
Were
was
we?
behind you. No, I was in front of you.
You
when
were in
that happened.
front of me, and I was chasing it right behind. Like yeah, and then that's when it ran. Okay, yeah.
And then I told him, you kept walking with it.
yeah,
And I opened that
going.
door. It had went in and came back out, went down that hallway. And I said, hey, it was just in here. And he comes out. He goes, it's down that hallway. Yeah.
He could not believe I was walking just straight towards it, like no fear, just let's go. Like
And yeah, we were all like herding it into one place. And I'm not sure that it
knew what to do.
wasn't playing games.
It
was
wasn't.
Like, see, catch me if you can type thing.
Well, at first it was very much. I'm holding you,
Mama,
Avelina.
what's see about the guy? I saw black things on the door.
Oh, yeah, she saw the video. She could even see the black fingers on the door and the evidence.
Avelina.
Yes.
Avelina.
Yes.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Hi. What
Okay.
you doing? Hi.
Oh, Brad, let me tell you.
Yeah, we see what Brad just said.
It's energy.
Waverly is not a good place energy wise. All the spirits are hiding. There's a different energy there now. Kelly kept getting called a hooker. Jeez. Pitch
Oh,
on Spirit
wow.
Box, and it kept saying Kelly push. Oh my God.
Who's okay? Inform me here. Who's Kelly?
That's his wife.
Okay.
You know, Brad, I was getting called out by name like that, and I was being called.
That evidence will come out too when we make the video. That was before we even
began.
That's before we even started. Brad, I was there. Is it 3 years ago now, Nick? Is that how long it's been?
2 years ago. It was 2021.
Wow.
I can't believe it's already been that fast.
So it seems
Yeah, it has been.
so much longer to me because it seems like that fight for Waverly just took so much longer.
I know.
But the energy there, it was really strange. When I was there, was like the last few times that team was there before the takeover or whatever you want to call that. And I do remember there was quite a few people that got the crawler. There was one person that kept getting hit on by the nurse. And then there was, but really, it was pretty hidden then too, but there was nothing. They did tell us that there's one that's very, very nasty down in the main floor. But luckily we did not encounter that. It was pretty calm the night we were there, but the evidence that we got supported, of course, they didn't tell us, but supported the findings of the other teams, the credible teams that went in. I remember Nick, I actually have a video of Nick there that night and something talking to him.
Yeah.
You remember that when we were all done, we were all laying there?
I definitely remember that. Yes.
I remember you were laying you're sitting next to me on the floor. Bart was laying on my back and we had John over here. But yeah, it was, we got a little bit, but nothing like, it's like they knew there wasn't a lot going on.
Brad, what night was that? What was the day?
See, I
That was last night. That was last night.
Say, wasn't that last night that they had
Yeah,
that?
that was last night.
That was last night.
Yeah.
Yep. See, he just confirmed it.
I saw him post he was going to bed, that Waverly investigation was over. Yeah.
That's interesting. It's just I see.
I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me. Jen already knows. Nobody else does, except Zach. But it didn't happen to me. But so anybody that knows me knows I do not sleepwalk. I don't give a shit what's going on. I do not sleepwalk. And we have cameras all over the house. And then the dogs get Zach up between 2 and 4 in the morning. And when they get him up, he comes down to the basement, goes to sleep. I cannot watch those till I've had a few more drinks, Scott. No way in hell. And thank you so much. And tell that girl that I'm jealous.
Who is this Facebook user? I can't.
Oh, who are you, honey?
Wait a minute. Is that? I'm wondering if that's because I was talking.
One of our crew, I think.
Okay, because I was going to say I sent this. I sent the video. Well, not the link itself, but for them to watch it. A friend of mine who was interested in checking it out, so wasn't
They're
sure
welcome
that was.
to come on. Really, it's okay. They're welcome to come on. But last night it was so strange because I get up and Zach always wakes me up. He brings a cup of coffee up and wakes me up by, well, now I'm working overtime. So at 5 a.m., usually it's 6. And
Yeah, it's Eileen.
I get up. Oh, okay. I get up at 10 till before I'm supposed to be working. And I run downstairs, grab my Keurig, grab a cup of coffee. He's in the bathroom. I run upstairs and I text, I'm up. And he goes, I sent Jan these texts. I said, he goes, I know. I talked to you. The hell you did, because I was not up. He goes, yeah, you got up. I said, no, I didn't. He said, you came down and you were in the fridge. Okay, number one, when I wake up, I don't want food. It has to be a couple hours before I want food. He said, you made yourself a cup of coffee. I said, the only cup of coffee is the one I just made. There's not another one up here. He says, I talked to you. I said, why are you up? And you're the only one I call babe. I said, look, I wasn't there because when I got up, my pants were not on. So I damn sure did not walk through the house with mom and dad. I'm sorry. No. He said, you talked to me and you said something that didn't make sense. I said, what did I say? He said, I asked you what you were doing up and you said, I'm journaling.
Can I tell you?
I do not say those words. I do not. Shut up, Brad. I do not use the word I'm journaling. Was it I'm channeling? Was it I don't know what the hell I said. But it wasn't me. I was not downstairs. Rose would have come back up with me if I had come downstairs. She was down here with him. I don't understand. I still don't know what happened, but I think we brought a doppelganger home.
Oh, that's what it sounded
me.
that sounded a lot like one.
That was not me. I did not get up. So now the cameras are staying on. I don't give rats behind why they are staying on, because that was not me.
That is just so weird. I mean, I
freaked out and I started sending
I
messages to Jan.
I would do this. I would have freaked out too if that was the case.
And then I came downstairs and asked him, and he goes, I talked to you. I said, you didn't talk to me.
Doppelganger.
Yeah. I said, you did not talk to me. And he said, yes, I did. And I said, I still had, hey, I had to get dressed when I got out of bed. I damn sure didn't walk across the house with no pants on. I'm sorry.
So the interesting thing is though, it might have been you. We automatically go to doppelgangers or something. But you might have already left your residual energy there. Even the living leave residual energy.
But why would I have said? Why would I have talked to him? Why would I have said I'm journaling?
You were probably dreaming.
I'm journaling. I don't even use that terminology.
And you were probably needing to write in your sleep. You had information that you needed to get. So your super subconscious mind was trying to find it. And sometimes when we are energy workers, weird things happen like that. It sounds crazy.
But he stood there. He sat up on the couch and he looked at me and he talked to me getting in the fridge. I don't get in the damn fridge.
Mhm.
That's something is not making sense.
It's
I
either
can't
that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll be there. I'll be there soon.
Well, and the other thing too, it's worth bringing up because we're talking about certain things that seem to have followed us. You know, when we were talking about this dark entity that, you know, attempted to attack me, and I remember, and Jen, you and I have talked about it because I wasn't the only one who saw it. That was that other time. What was it? The third or fourth floor, I think it was, and that's when we started seeing like different movement going on down the hallway. Like we saw a child apparition. Yeah, we saw a child apparition. And then not long after that, that's when I believe I saw what attacked me. I just saw this huge, this huge, tall, dark humanoid figure standing at the end of the hallway. And this thing.
Night, Jeremy.
Oh, take care, Jeremy. And this thing was
Be careful tonight.
Yes. And even though this thing was further down the hallway, I could tell this thing was taller than I was. I mean, I'm pretty tall. I mean, you guys have seen I'm a pretty tall guy myself. I'm like 6'1", almost 6'2". This thing looked like it had to be at least 7 to 8 feet tall. So I could make a sketch of what I saw if I had a piece of paper right now. I saw it as clear as day. The only thing that was missing, because you guys described it with an addition, I saw like the very long arms, the very long legs. It had a very emaciated body. I mean, it was black in color, and its head looked kind of bald looking.
Balding.
Yeah, and the weirdest thing is, because you guys also told me this
I just
later.
told him about what happened this morning.
I told him about. I remember when you guys said it had red eyes. I didn't see the red eyes at that time until
he was talking. I thought maybe he saw me coming out of the bathroom.
An emaciated figure.
God.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. Emaciated.
That is a different story.
Huge ass figure.
He
That
did
is
say
a
huge,
different
but
story.
emaciated. Tall, but emaciated.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so incredibly skinny. I mean, from my view, it looked like
Never mind.
it had the appearance almost like it hadn't eaten in years. I mean, the only thing, like I said, that I didn't see was that the red eyes until my recap vision started occurring.
You got a tank top on.
You know,
Come here.
I
Okay,
know
so we're
very-
gonna hear it from him real quick while he's willing to get on camera because he's already upset that he took his shirt off. Like you can see anything. Boobies.
Man, boobs are sexy.
Oh, good night, Scott.
Oh, man boobs.
Take it easy.
Damn. Good night. I'm gonna text you after I watch that video.
I'm gonna tell you something, guys.
Okay, tell me something,
do.
Abby.
There was black fingers.
she's obsessed with these black fingers on the door, you guys.
Yeah. Because you can see them clearly.
Eileen,
Yeah.
Okay, so
put your
tell
shirt
them
on.
what happened this morning.
When
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you looking at boobs?
Eileen is apparently. So, yeah, I just
They're mine.
4:45. She came downstairs, got into the fridge. She was awake. And I was like, okay, cool. So I set my alarm to ring at 6 o'clock and went back to sleep. Said,
I think it was her.
I've been awake for a while. I've been journaling.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
think it was her.
Yeah.
I said I was awake for a while.
Yeah, that you had
What the
been
hell?
awake for a little bit and that you had been journaling.
I'm
Bravo,
telling you,
boom.
Adrian, I'm telling you, you probably, especially if you didn't have a cup of coffee, especially you could have taken your pants back off, folded them up, put them away, laid right back down. Don't
I
shake your
don't
head at me.
do
No,
that.
it doesn't matter. I don't want to hear. I don't do that because
No way.
everybody
Because I kept waking up because he wasn't in bed. And I thought I'd look out. Oh, it's not sunlight yet. Next time I woke up, there was sunlight coming in that window. Oh
She
shit!
slept
It's
well.
10 minutes before I'm supposed to be clocked
she
in.
hit REM slept. She hit REM, right? You following me, Zach? You following me,
Yeah.
Nick? Everybody else following me?
Yeah.
She woke up, went, oh, wait, I got a little bit more time to sleep, fell back to sleep, hit REM. And because she's already in a pattern, she got up and she in her dream couldn't go back to sleep. Just like when you think you got to pee and you piss the bed, right?
I have never
she
gotten up at
did-
5 a.m. No. And
It doesn't.
from now on, those cameras stay on. I
Look
don't
at
get
her all
shit.
defensive. 'Cause
If
she
you're out
can't-
there walking with
so
your dinghy hanging out,
controlling.
those cameras stay
She's so
on.
controlling, Nick. Look at it. She's so controlling. She's like, no, I don't do that.
I don't.
You can't control yourself when you sleep.
But I can because I've never
No,
gotten
you
up.
can't. No,
And
there's
especially
no,
walking
there
downstairs,
is no,
you
but
know
can.
the
Welcome
stairs.
to Adrian and
2
Jan.
flights of stairs, I'm gonna wake up.
Oh, no, you're not. My brother used to drive down the road, literally go check the mailbox, go to work, clock in, think he put in a full day at work, clock back out, and go home.
No,
My
I
dad
don't
would
do
have
that.
to follow him.
I didn't even take a
brother went to
gummy last night.
school. My brother
The
went to
gummies.
school at like 3 a.m. one morning with his backpack, everything ready to go, got dressed, grabbed the car keys,
Oh,
and
she
I
wants a
remember
bite.
him doing this.
She wants a bite.
Thank you, Brad.
Okay, so I wanted to answer Eileen's question.
Right, but
So-
you knew you did. That's the difference.
So
No, he didn't.
Eileen, to answer your question, I mean, my dad doesn't really investigate as much as he used to because again, he was kind of more of the driver in that kind of matter. Whenever I had to go somewhere, that he doesn't do it. That's why I'm always with Tom for the most part. But my mom does
I like
sometimes
that.
worry because right after the attack, the day afterwards, as soon as I woke up, I called my mom up to let her know what was going on. And, not trying to induce any type of panic in anybody, but it was obviously the right thing to do to let her know what happened. And I think she wasn't shocked, but I think she was more confused, but it still stopped her dead in her tracks because she didn't know she didn't understand what happened to me. So I really had to really try to describe it as best as I possibly could with her.
Do I ever have full conversations with you while I'm sleeping?
Yes. Yes.
I don't ever. No, we've never had a full conversation because as soon as I wake up, I've got dogs that are rushing me out of the room.
The dogs. Jeez.
But have you ever talked to me in my sleep and I answered you?
Yes. In Wisconsin.
You've spoken in your sleep, and I answered you.
Okay. Yeah, that's different.
And then I realized, holy shit, she's still asleep. That's why she's saying she likes me.
Did I answer
I
correctly?
get all the dirt from my sister when she's sleeping.
Yeah. Oh my God. My kids would confess. All of a sudden I get, Mom, I'm the one that took the Snickers bar. I'll never forget that. Never
Oh,
forget
man.
that. Dylan was like 15. And I'm going, why at 15 are you confessing that you took the Snickers bar? And then I had to think back to like when he was like 7. And I was like, okay. All right. Yeah. That's the Snickers bar. But Adrian, you, Wisconsin, you remember me telling you had a conversation with me?
Yeah, but that was a whole different thing.
No, but it's the same thing.
No, that wasn't.
Let me tell you, the more sensitive you become, the more you start doing shit like this. Why?
No,
Because you're
the
working
conversation with your husband.
Hey, what's up, Kate? Good to see you.
on-
That
What I'm saying is the more sensitive you become, and I know this, the more sensitive you become, your body and your energy doesn't sleep. You're consistently working. You're consistently walking different realms. You're walking different paths. You're dreaming different dreams. You're touching different energies. You are on a mission. So you will start talking in your sleep. This is when you download. This is when you process. If there's something that's weighing heavy on your mind or something that's going on, you will sleepwalk. If there's something talking to you and it leaves the room, I've seen somebody get up and follow it and continue to talk to it. Why? Because you were working on a different plane. So don't say you can't, and don't say you don't, and don't say you won't, and don't say that you haven't. and that you
No,
can't.
no, I do
because
not.
You will. You will.
Well, okay, so if I do,
What's
my
up,
ass better
Liz?
be dressed.
Oh, it don't matter. I'm sure
No,
you'll get dressed.
Yes, it does. I got parents upstairs. Yes, it does.
Oh, like everybody has seen a cooter before.
I don't. Nope.
I'm pretty sure you have undies
Okay.
on.
I've what?
Pretty sure you have undies on.
Yeah, I did.
Hey,
But
So
still,
there you go. You're covered. It's like wearing a bikini.
nah.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
very
those
quick.
days are over.
what's up, John?
Hi,
Let's-
Liz. Hi, Jen.
Which, by the way,
Is there any other mediums on here or energy workers that will agree with this? Like, because I mean,
Hell
this is
no,
something
y'all
that
don't you dare. Y'all don't you
Jen,
dare.
I'm just gonna say this, by the way, to Jen. We went through her favorite state, Nebraska. Did you guys ever see that conversation with us and Jen? She
I don't think so.
she actually hates Nebraska, which
Okay, I was wondering what was wrong with her.
I don't know exactly why, but ever since then I've been joking. I've been joking. Yeah, I've been joking saying that she loves Nebraska.
Your wife will agree with Brad. I don't believe a damn thing you say. Shut up.
Oh, don't get so defensive.
Jen. Oh no, you did it.
Jen, I agree with you. I have a hard time going through Nebraska. It's a beautiful state. I respect every farmer that lives in Nebraska. But Lord Almighty, can we change it up a little? Can we add a little design in the cornfields? Can we change the house and the way that it looks? Can we change the placement of the house? We just don't have to go.
All right, you know what? The cornfields are fine. That was my area.
Yeah, but
you guys saw that picture of us.
Siding on the
We
house.
finally got pictures of you in the cornfield.
Well, you know what? That was as close as we can get to the cornfields because right in between us was a barbed wire fence. There was no way I was there was no way I was climbing over a barbed wire fence. You cannot
There
pay
was
me.
cornfields the whole way there.
Yeah, but it was at a rest stop. That wasn't
And
my
in my
choice.
backyard.
Well, wait.
Sit
Nick,
down between them.
I have to admit, on this road trip, there is one thing I do have to say. Everybody got to see the ass side of me when I had to go pee.
That's right. Yeah.
What?
Beat me to it.
I'm telling you, when I had to go pee, everybody got to see the nasty side of Janice. Like, I'm yelling at people. I'm like, in this person's face, like,
But you had a reason. It's not that. Yeah, you had a reason.
I did. I have a massive kidney thing going on. So when I have to pee, like, I have to pee right then and there, move over, or I'm like, it's slaughter. You want to talk about energy movement? Nick will tell you I probably scared everybody within a 40 block radius.
I think I made sure because I was looking for the bathroom for you. And when I call you guys saying, found one, that's when you kind of ran down the aisle. And I got out of your way almost like as well. I was dodging a bullet.
Oh, I gave
You
Nick
were.
a kiss. I'm like, I love you. You're a saint. You're a saint.
See now,
But
Jenny,
yes.
I didn't even think that Nebraska really gets dust storms. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing there. But
The Great
All right.
Ice School went through Nebraska.
On
Oh,
the
wait.
way home, this was the coolest thing. On the way home, I have not seen a dust devil since I left New
Oh!
Mexico.
yeah,
And
you know
this
what?
thing was like a tornado.
We saw one too. There was like
Did you?
I'm sitting, I'm just sitting in the back, just kind of looking out over because this was when we were getting back to the plains area of Colorado. And I look over and I see this movement going on. It looked like dust and smoke. I didn't really know what it was. And then as we got closer to it, I see rotation. And I was like, guys, look over here. It was like a dust devil. But that wasn't it. Just probably about 200 yards out, there was another one. And then we saw there was like a whole family of them. It was like I wanted to get my camera out to film it, but everything just happened so fast.
Have you ever been in one? Like
No.
in it,
fun.
it went
It's
through
so
you.
fun.
You know what?
We used to go fun. We used
I
to
really
run-
wanted to tell Scott, you know, we should try to find a road and turn. Unfortunately, however, as much as we probably really wanted to, these dust devils were occurring in an area without roads. So I mean, we could see them from a distance, but we didn't have any roads to get us there, unfortunately.
Those hurt, and the little ones is what goes through you in New Mexico. They're like, they will go through you, and the sand hurts so bad. It can actually embed in your skin, and in cars, it will move you.
Yeah. I mean, they're usually, from what I've always heard, is that although most dust devils actually, believe it or not, are said to be harmless, there are some where they can go at really high speeds and that can really hurt you.
They
So-
can. They can.
It does not
You're
take
right,
10.
Dust Devil.
It does not take 10 days to get out of Nebraska, Jen.
Yeah,
I know
honey.
that.
Honey, I'm from Kansas. I get it. You could be looking at your destination and you don't get there for 3 hours. You're looking at it. Kansas,
No.
I'm from the plains of Kansas. I get it.
No, I did not see any roaches, Brad. Thank God. Although we did see, I got to bring this up. We did see a lot of grasshoppers. There were so many freaking grasshoppers.
What about spiders? We saw a lot of spiders.
I didn't see that many spiders. I saw mostly grasshoppers.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
you didn't
those
see the one
spiders
that
were
was-
there.
You
And
didn't
while
see
you were in the
spider?
shower,
Oh my God.
there was a spider picking up an ant or something that was the size of it, pulling it up the house to go
Wow.
eat it.
Jeez.
And then Jan had a corn spider on her truck, and I relocated the little thing off into the grass, probably not very nicely.
Oh, you want to
But
talk
still
about?
alive.
Oh, there was
Huh?
that one little nest that you found of ticks that we found in the
Oh, that
cemetery.
did not end up being ticks. I tried to squish it.
What was it?
An unformed acorn,
Oh, okay.
but
Oh,
I
is.
did try to squish it.
Here's what Jan, yeah, she's been referring to the state now as Nebraska.
Yes, freaking Nebraska. Yeah,
I like Nebraska. I mean, I know there's nothing there, but you gotta admit, it's a great area for some great shots, like of the sky.
it is a beautiful area. That's where most of our farmers are, and
It's a beautiful postcard.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I do thank them for everything they do, because if it wasn't for that state with all that farmland, there's a lot of things we would not have.
Oh, well, that's what I said. I give them absolute respect.
Yep.
See, I would. The only thing you know what? When we were on our way back, this was of course
Adrian's now a nutcracker. What?
because of the acorn. That's why. So,
Brad, I will. Just wait till I actually get to meet you.
well, you
I
know,
hope you have a vasectomy before that, okay?
you know, but what I was going to say was, you know, when we were on our way back, and this was right around Jeremy took that damn picture of me while I was napping in the car.
Which one?
The first one,
Oh.
of me.
Okay.
So I just remember, like, I'm resting for a while, and then all of a sudden I could overhear that we were now out of Colorado, and I thought originally we were going to be back in Nebraska. I
Mhm.
didn't realize we were going to Kansas instead. We were in northwestern Kansas, so it was like, wait a minute, I don't remember going to. We didn't go through Kansas this way, and I understood. I mean, they told me later that it was because they were trying to avoid the traffic in Denver.
Yeah.
And I was actually joking since we were in Kansas. I was like, hey, tell you what, why don't we go to the Masonic Temple? But I know that's more central Kansas. So I had to contact my mom in that case saying, well, we're out of Colorado now, but not Nebraska. We're in Kansas. And first thing I said, because obviously we all got to accept the fact Kansas as well as Nebraska is known for this. I was like, no tornadoes here though yet.
Yeah, Kansas, Kentucky, and actually the county we live in is full of tornadoes, but I found out that this county spans like 100 miles, so the town's not in danger, but the county, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's like that all over the state of Kansas.
No, well, Colorado.
Well, Colorado, yeah. I mean, like the
Adrian?
western half of Colorado.
Adrian and I got into a bicker just like we did a few minutes ago about something. And it was the fact that I said, well, you know that Weld County is the highest county for tornado activity. It's the highest county in the United States. It gets the most tornadoes.
It's in Colorado.
Yeah. She is, no,
See,
it doesn't.
I
I said, yes, it does.
I've
She's no,
always
Where I'm
thought.
at.
Well, I've always thought, like, I mean, like everyone else, I always thought it was Oklahoma that had more of them than anywhere else.
But Adrian's right. It's because of the size of Weld County. Weld
Yeah.
County is so large that you have to count tornadoes per county. That's kind of, you should count them like per square mile or something, I believe, instead of per county.
Yeah.
Because
No, in
everybody's county is
Kentucky.
different.
In Kentucky was the worst tornadoes I've ever seen. I lived in a 150-year-old farmhouse, and here comes a tornado. My husband at the time is in New Orleans taking down FEMA trailers from Katrina. I'm stuck there with 4 kids, and I'm going, oh, hell. And there was one guy that was in charge of taking care of me. Okay. He appointed him to take care of me. Mm-hmm. So he takes care of me, all right. He takes me to his mobile home
Oh
in
no!
town, where I live in a valley. That's why that house is 150 years old, because it's in a valley. It's never budged. So I go to his house, and we're all like, I got the kids under a desk with stuff on them, and he's standing there drunk as hell,
Oh no!
with his hands on the, like, if you've ever been in a small mobile home, the hallway's real small. You can touch both sides with your hands. You can feel it moving in and out.
Oh, God.
From the tornado. I'm like, I think I just made the wrong choice.
Yeah, because I would not go in a mobile home.
Yeah, well, my job, I was in my 20s. My
Right.
job was to listen to him. And I thought he knew what he was doing. Later, I found out he's also the Grand Dragon of the KKK.
Oh shit! Well, there's an area of Kentucky that is known for that. So
Oh yeah,
Yikes.
but that's not, you don't announce that and walk around going, hey, that's who I am. So I had no idea. But
Well, you know what
yeah,
Speaking of that, honestly, like, what's up with the KKK in Canyon City and them stopping them from building the Abbey?
yeah,
it wasn't the KKK. What was it they said? It was the
To be politically correct, he corrected himself, but it was the KKK. The Protestant church did not, which they were mostly, I can't say it was the Protestant church, so please do not quote me on this.
there was something
But
else
let me
though. It wasn't the
explain-
KKK.
Let me explain that the KKK, most of its members back when the Abbey was built in Canyon City were Protestant, and the
Yeah.
Protestants didn't like Catholics.
I thought they're still
Jen,
Protestant to
that's
this day.
exactly right.
I thought they're still Protestant to this day because I know there's
Mhm.
well, it's not the same exact group as it was almost over 100 years ago, but it's the
No,
guess
it's
they're
the
called
Aryan Brotherhood now.
I was gonna well, yeah, that, but also I know the KKK still exists today, but it's so much smaller than what it was back then. They're calling it the 3rd generation.
Mm-hmm. But
And
yeah, like they did everything that they could to just stop that Abbey from being built. I have bread that's falling out of my pantry. I'm sorry. Every time, like, I have stuff moving.
Yeah, because I was going to say, and it makes sense because obviously, since this was the 1920s, that was like apparently a huge era of the KKK. I mean, you're talking about, I think entirely in the United States, I think it was like 4 to 6 million members. There was
Well, and
like,
at that point, Canyon City was one of the headquarters, one of the head of the headquarters. Because we're just talking about the Abbey. Now we can actually tie the Abbey in with the second location that we ended up throwing in there, and that was
the prison. That was just that was
it was
insane.
so emotional.
It was. It really was. The only thing I'll just say, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but when Jeremy and I were pulling into the parking lot, we ended up pulling into the wrong one because he thought this was like the entrance to the museum. Now realized that we had pulled into the parking lot of the actual prison. So I'm like looking up like at the guard towers. I'm thinking, they probably got the sniper rifles ready on us. So I was like, Jeremy, this is the parking lot to the actual prison. Like this was like I think it was like the visitation area, like where you can go visit the inmates. So I told Jeremy, say, we got to pull out of here because this is
Wrong
not where we
inmates we're visiting. Wrong inmates, Jeremy.
So-
Wrong inmates.
So he turned around, he got out of the parking lot, he drove them back to where we were, and then he was able to drive pretty much around the back of the prison, and that was where the museum parking lot was. But I was kind of thinking to myself, are these guards with the rifles still watching us right now? Because they're probably thinking we're planning some kind of prison escape.
No, they're probably like tourists.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, though, it definitely was emotional. With
That
some-
going down onto the basement and seeing that wall of all the artwork,
yeah, the
I started
artwork.
bawling.
You know,
Oh, I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Scott and Tammy came around the corner. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, just let me process this amazing, beautiful soul that touched every single prisoner.
hey, what's up, Nikki?
You know, it was so beautiful. The artwork, poetry.
I honestly think that the part that got me was it was not even in the prison itself. And Adrian, I remember I pointed it to you, was undoubtedly the wall that they had about the Columbine massacre.
Which
Yeah,
was on-
that one little boy was just that was his story, and you knew the rest of his story, and I wish they would have put the rest of his story up there.
Yeah, what most people know, and and I know I already asked you this, Adrian. Jen, have you ever seen that show that's they don't run it anymore, unfortunately, even though it ran for several years. Did you ever watch that show called I Survived? Did you ever watch that? Yeah. Did you ever see the one they did a segment on Columbine? Did you ever see that segment?
I can't watch that one. I can't do kids. Like it's like
Yeah. So in the episode, they interviewed two former students of who survived the massacre, and of course, I can't say everything, understandably, but one of the stories that we read, it was one of the victims. He was an 18-year-old high school kid, and he was actually one of the very few black students of their school. And so the shooters found him and they said, hey, there's you know what I mean? They used a racial slur on him. Let's shoot him or something like that. What's that?
The Tigger with an N.
You get the idea. They said that to him, and they were getting ready to open fire. But the last thing he said right before they shot him was, I'm going to go see my mama. And they shot him right in the head, and that was it.
I'm going home to my mom.
Yeah.
But they never. I wish they would have put that on that wall because
seriously, yeah, because
that was important. That was very important.
Because one of the kids that they interviewed was close friends with this kid, so he actually witnessed this. So that's how he's able to really remember a lot of it. And to this day, that one particular student is still speaking out about Columbine. He's now in his he's in his 30s now. So he's still speaking out at such events like this. You can probably go on YouTube and find them.
But that's really important for them to put up there because he didn't, after he was called what he was called, he didn't.
He held his faith.
I guess I'm speaking for me because, I would have been, fuck you. And that's not what he did. He resolved to his fate and he said, I'm going to see my mom. It's okay.
It's not even fate. It's not even fate. What that young man did was go, you know what? It's okay that you feel like that. This is the end of my life. And I choose in the last moments of my life to say, you know what? I get to see my mom. I'm going home. And to me, that tells me that young man had faith. Yeah. He believed in God. He knew that his mother was there. And still chose to turn the other cheek.
Yep.
And that is important because it doesn't matter what color skin you are. Because I've been the butt end of very few places I have ever lived have I been the majority.
Right. Yeah. Me too.
You know, so we all experience that, and we have to take a deep breath. And in those moments, we just have to. I think it's the most important thing is he just left him where he was at. Like, you know what? I got faith.
Yeah.
Do what you
So-
need to do.
I can't
serve
say that I
purpose.
was that. I can't say that I would be that strong.
Yeah, it was
So-
just the entire wall to begin with, just
Mhm.
reading everything, not just that story, but all the others. It's just I think that was what really got me there. And they also had that famous shot of the two kids that were the two shooters from the
Yeah.
security camera, which which was shot right before they committed suicide.
Well, I'm one of those that believes that those shooters shouldn't have their picture up there. They should not be famous. They should not be. That's why other people do it, is because they put their pictures up there and they think, I can become famous, whether it's for a bad reason or not. This is what I can do.
It's even on the Wikipedia page, I think.
Yeah, to me, they shouldn't be up there, but the victim should.
See, and I've often said this a lot, and some people may disagree and stuff. I mean, the fact that they weren't even willing to, face justice. I mean, a lot of people say, obviously, that's an act of cowardice, and in fact, it is. It truly is, without a shadow of a doubt. But at the same time, I honestly at times feel sorry for these two kids, because when you hear their backstories, you found out that they were bullied terribly. It was put. I'm not now. The worst part is all these kids that they had shot and killed were probably not even the ones that terrorized them throughout the
Yep.
throughout the entire issue. So if
The ripple
I still
effect.
see, and I often usually say, I mean, again, some people may disagree. I honestly still place more of this blame on whoever bullied them, because if they had not bullied them and pushed them to their limit, this whole thing probably would have never happened. So
That's right.
I still hold the bullies more responsible for them, because it's like, if I knew exactly, like, say, for example, when I was in school, if I saw something like this unfold, knowing how this all occurred, I would just
Right.
go up to those bullies and say, they may be the ones doing the shooting, but you guys caused this. This is your fault more than theirs. So
I think it's everyone's fault.
yeah.
Honest to God, if everybody could just take a step back and look at it, the gun didn't kill the person. The bully didn't kill the person. How about the parents control the kid? How about everybody have a little bit of empathy and like start standing up for people when it becomes, instead of, well, you know what? That's like my walrus story. Remember my walrus story?
Yes, I love that story.
You have a walrus, it doesn't fit in, and you have all these seals that pay attention to this walrus, and this walrus is telling them how walrus is being great, how being a seal sucks, but they can be a walrus too, just like him. They just have to believe. Right? And
Yeah, definitely.
it just takes a couple of the seals on the outside to go, hey, you know what? No, this isn't right.
Yeah, exactly.
Really turn everything around. We really need to hold each other. We need to hold ourselves responsible.
It's kind of
It's not. It's not me holding the parents responsible, the school responsible.
You
But what
didn't
is my
tell
duty
me.
to society?
Did you?
Does that make any sense?
Oh,
Like,
jeez, Eileen.
Well, here's the thing. We can watch a lot of people that are followers. We can watch. You can tell somebody that the sky is green, there's shit coming out of it, and they're going to die. And they're going to believe it if enough people say that. That's the way society is. But how about, let's think about who we're following. And, let's check their background. Let's check, hey, in this last incident, you were right. So you keep going. Oh, wait. Proof. You're right again. Okay. So maybe there's something to what they're saying.
Well, it's not even that and you're right. We should be responsible on who we listen to. And I'll say this from this aspect, from medium, be careful of your attachments, whether they are energy wise, whether they are earthly, whether they are intangibles.
Well, and then you think about it too, and you see this time and time again. It's still, of course, happening to this day, which is, like when you have, because you have a lot of kids out there, especially when it comes, like to what has been happening so commonly now. It's like, so you basically, essentially, you have kids out there. They may not be doing well in school. They may not be able to have too many friends, or whatever the case is, or they're always getting bullied or harassed when they're going or coming home from school. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, this hand reaches down to them and basically is like, you could be part of the cause.
Yeah.
And that's also like when a lot of them get, attached to gangs and stuff. It's like they say, as long as you show loyalty, as long as you show, you listen to us, you believe what we say, and as long as you're like a true soldier. I mean, when someone says something like that, when someone says something like that, I mean, that is a powerful message.
Absolutely. And this is, I agree completely. And this is something that I preach consistently. The world is lacking in empathy. We don't understand what's going on. We are confused around us. We are shut down as human beings. And I was watching this Netflix thing today, and it was about, in Africa, they found, a different type of Homo species, and it mimicked us very closely. And they talked about the burial, how no other animal, no other Homo species, like your chimps and your gorillas and things like that, only humans bury their dead, right? And what does it take to bury our dead? What does that mean to us? And I heard somebody say it exactly the way that I feel, and I've described it before. We love.
Okay, before you say it, Nick, what does it mean to you? Why do we bury our people?
Oh man, it's a combination of different answers. I really don't have a single answer for that. It's kind of hard to even come up with one of them, because I often question them. I often question that myself. I mean, I've always thought, of course, for years, like, obviously a lot of other people think, like a lot of others think, it's an act of respect, but there's also another answer. And this is one that I'm more fearful of more than anything, is that you're buried and, you're pretty much that's it. And you're kind of forgotten. So there's really just not a single answer I could really think of. Okay.
So I'll tell you my answer. And Jen, I don't know yours before I even say this. Mine is, and this is not going to be a common thing. So let's get that out there right now. I don't think we should be buried in a coffin. The reason I say that is because ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Okay. Should we be burned? I have no problem with that. That's fine. But we need to go back to the ground. And we will end up, even in a coffin, it just takes a little longer, but we will go back to the earth that we were meant to go to. That's my belief, and that's nothing more than an opinion.
So you're both correct, but it goes to a different. Let's go to a psychological level.
Very quick question.
I don't want to see him.
Oh, Eileen's back.
I told her come back. Hi, baby. I love you.
Okay. You got the cup.
So, my dear sweet Shelby has informed me this is so that you can sleep better at night, knowing I won't kill you. So when she ordered me one, not only did she order me one, hold on. I'm trying
Oh
to get
my
this
God.
one.
Don't tell me you have more than one. Adrian,
got two.
is it cool if I get because Nikki's interested in coming on? You mind if I bring her on too? Or
Sure.
Okay.
Bring her on.
Hey, Eileen, I got a question for you. Why do you think we bury our dead? What do you feel? What do you feel? Why do you feel like we bury our dead? Because I'm about ready to give a really cool lesson here.
We already said ours.
I think we do it more for us.
Where
So
would
I
they
think-
go
I-
if we didn't do that?
Huh?
I mean, if we didn't do that, where would they go?
I honestly just think it's the shell. There's nothing. I mean, you're already gone.
No, you're right about that. If we don't bury them, we don't want to have to see them. We don't want to know. We don't want to see them.
what's up, Nikki?
I wouldn't want to see anybody bloated.
There you go. There
Oh,
you go.
you mean
Adrian.
like that? You mean like
There you go.
we don't want to see them rotting and all that? No, I
Right,
thought you meant
no.
why didn't we
Why
set them on
don't you?
fire anymore?
Nikki,
Like the
do you
Vikings.
know why we bury our dead?
Why?
No,
so we
okay,
understand.
Adrian had it though. Now you
Makes
guys
sense,
think
makes
it's
sense.
taboo because we have been conditioned and programmed that we don't see our dead, right? They embalm everything else, but we are animals. What sets us apart is empathy and love, all right, and our connection to others. So we can't bear to see our loved one lay out in the middle of the yard where they died, right? So we
Right.
have to do something. Like, and we have this empathy and we have this
So
compassion.
you're not just talking burial. You're talking cremation or anything destroying, removing the body.
right. And what do we do as humans? Something no other animal does is we gather around and we have a mourning process. Okay.
Y'all
And
have
we
a party at
rituals.
mine. Have a party at mine.
Right.
Me
But we
too.
all have
Throw
a
me in the
ritual.
garden. Shit.
But without love, without empathy, and without compassion, we would never bury or
Well-
dispose of somebody's remains. As,
And it's
as a-
not so much also watching them, you know, decompose and all. You also, I mean, even though it's just a shell, you don't want other animals eating that shell. You don't want other animals destroying that shell.
exactly.
But
Exactly.
other animals
we can't
do.
bear it.
Well, if
I
you
mean-
look at something like, for example, I can even give a primary example, and this has gotten to a point where the government had to do something. If you look at, like in Komodo and the part of Indonesia, like you see Komodo dragons and stuff, they're known
Oh, I
to
want
dig.
one.
They're known to like dig out graves and eat the bodies, which they had to. The Indonesian government had to really start like, really putting cement over the graves to prevent the dragons from eating them.
Well, you also, I mean, we're also selfish. We don't want the smell.
Yeah.
Well, but it takes love and it takes compassion. So there's this series on Netflix, and I don't usually promote it, but it talks about these people, and it talks about the fact that they were just like us, and this was 250 million or like 1,000 years ago. So this is one of the first species that we know that acts and mimics us. But us, even as a society now, how many times do we have a funeral and how many times do we get together and really mourn our dead? How many times do we really truly get together and celebrate a wedding or a birth now? Everybody just does their own thing. So we don't have a bonding experience. We don't have compassion and we don't have love and empathy for one another because we don't have that bonding experience anymore.
Right.
Well, and I think social media, I mean, as we're on it, but social media has ruined a lot of that.
It has.
Because I mean, we don't know how to talk to people anymore. When was the last time? I mean, I know that we're a little different,
look
but
who's here.
just in society, when's the last time someone has actually picked up the phone and called and talked to someone versus just they'll let the phone ring and just shoot a text?
Every day.
What's up,
I know. I
Jeremy?
mean, I said, yeah, I know we're all a little different, but as the grand scheme of society,
Right. I think if we
because
did that
we're
more
24 years old.
What's going on, Jeremy?
Nikki, you see something
Hey, Jeremy.
around Abby, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, geez, that's scary, Jeremy. Holy crap.
Jeremy,
Yeah,
Jeremy,
we
did
went
you
on
see the
split
group
up.
chat?
Hold on. What, Nikki?
She's so cute. Oh God.
How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Did you see the group chat?
What's that?
Did you see the group chat?
I've been seeing bits and pieces in about 20 different chats. I'm not really. Hey.
Hey.
Where are you at, Jeremy?
I'm at Waverly.
Yeah, well,
What's
where
it?
in Waverly
Where
are
is
you
it?
at?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I thought
You're
for a second it was
crashing my hostile takeover, Jeremy.
like- I thought for a second he was like in the death tunnel, the body shoot.
Hang on.
You lying on a slab?
What's that, Nikki?
I thought he was lying on a slab. You know the.
Hey, Nick, can you fix that for
What do
me?
you- oh, the take the solo layout out, or
Yeah, my name.
oh,
Hey,
your
take
name.
me off the solo layout.
That,
Why? We want to know where you're
I
located.
think
in
Adrian.
Waverly.
I think Adrian did that.
I'm at Waverly on the 3rd floor, sitting in
Third
front
floor.
of.
Is that
Okay.
better now?
I'm sitting in front
Oh,
of the
yeah.
elevator where the homeless man and dog were pushed through to their deaths back in the 1980s.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. That was on the. Is that the 3rd, 4th, or 5th
Okay.
floors?
There you go.
Well, no, Nick, I was trying to put down live from Waverly Hills on my name.
Okay, hold on.
I
got
know.
it. I
Love
got
from Waverly Hills is perfect. Leave it alone.
Hey, Jeremy,
Yeah.
look, I don't know if you can see.
it.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, but it's hey, you know what, Eileen? It's not the same cup though.
Yeah, she says, she goes, it might not be the same cup, but at least Nick can sleep better at night, knowing you're not coming for him.
Yeah, now that he can be able to keep his own and not worry about you anymore.
And not worry about having to see
Well, she
that
sent me
suspicious-
two.
Send you two.
Tacos.
She sent me two.
Let me guess. You got that from Spirit Halloween, right?
That's okay. Nick
Yep.
got something
I knew
really
it.
cute too, like that.
Yes. Oh my. Oh, I think I left it downstairs, but yeah, I got it though.
Go get it. Go get it. Nick.
Okay, I'll be right-
Eileen's got to see
Be
it.
right back.
Eileen's got to see it.
I might have to
All
turn off the green screen for this too. So give me a second here.
So nobody knows
Well-
Nick's
That sleeping.
nickname.
So I'm trying
nobody
something
knows.
new today. I'm trying something new out here. 3rd floor is notorious for their story about Willie, the homeless man, and the dog whose name is Sadie. And
Oh Lord.
last night there were 4 of us. We were running up and down this entire hallway, all 3 wings of it, chasing something for an hour.
Oh shoot.
So I decided I made a little trip to Walmart this afternoon, and
Did you get a dog whistle?
I got
He's
I got some squeaky toys for a dog.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, see that?
Oh.
I got that, and let's see if, and I also got a chew toy. So I'm going to see if I can reach out to Sadie
Mm-hmm.
while I'm here.
pets
you ever
and
done
pets and children are my weakness when it comes to investigations.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Have you ever gotten the man, Jeremy? The homeless
Okay.
guy?
I didn't hear you.
Did you ever get that homeless guy? Have you ever gotten evidence of him?
I think we made contact with him 2 years ago, Adrian, the night that all of you were here, and that was when it was myself, Tim, and Crystal. in the room behind the elevator, this elevator right here, what I thought was the medicine room, but it was actually the linen closet.
Well, did you guys know though? I mean, even though if you make contact with him, did you guys ever actually hear what his appearance looks like though? Because it's only recently been discovered. He actually kind of has a relatively frightening appearance. Have you guys ever heard what it is?
Oh no.
He appears normal, and actually this goes with the little girl too. But both of them, when they're seen up close, they have no eyes. They got everything else except their eyes.
This is good. Thank you.
It's like they're just like, it's like for people who've encountered the little girl and the homeless man, if they get it up close, all they see basically they see the mouth, the nose, and just where the eyes should be, which is just it's just flat skin. But yeah, the homeless man doesn't have eyes.
That's so sad. I wonder if he's just missing something. And he had a hard life.
Oh, I heard stories. There was a little girl that also haunts Waverly. She's often seen they say she's like about 6 or 7, blonde, and she also has no eyes either. But she's often usually seen, peeking from the windows, or some people may see her running up and down the hall. That's what I've heard, at least.
Yeah. I don't really know. I was only there that one time.
Should I show what you gave me, Adrian, or should I wait till Jan gets back?
She knows. Go ahead and show it.
Okay, so
this right here, what Brad's talking about. I came up with the idea of using the squeaky toys and was wishing that I had one. So Brad went on YouTube and looked up squeaky toy. But the squeaky toy that he had was one of those that was long and drawn out, not a natural squeaky toy sound.
So, real quick, because I know Eileen's going to get like this. So, obviously, Eileen and Nikki, and Jeremy knows too, that Adrian and Zach gave me this little gift. And they said, in case if I ever had a kid of my own, they gave me the. Oh wait, hang on. Let me turn off the green. Hang on, let me turn off the green screen as always. Always happens every single time. Okay, let's try this again. So they gave me this.
I can't read it. I've got a small screen.
Hold on, I got it. Yeah,
put it on Zoom.
I'm trying.
It's going to layout. There you go.
Good.
Oh,
it's got a little hoodie. It's got a little hoodie on it. It's got like Jack and like kind of almost like blood splatters or something like that. But and I said, well, I can't really announce it, but I have a relative of mine, I'll say that, who's having a baby, and I thought this would be great for like Halloween. So I might give this to them. So it was really and it's a unisex one too, so it's either for a boy or a girl.
that is so cute. Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Look, Bear says hey.
Hey.
Where's your
Bear
cat?
has come such a long way since you got him.
Yeah, Brad, it probably would explain a lot, because he's saying that it would explain the little girl that was following him around. It was probably that girl. Yeah.
Yeah, Brad kept talking about that last night.
Yeah, there's like I said, for whatever reason, just like the homeless guy, she doesn't have eyes when people have had close encounters with her.
Hey, Adrian, he takes up more of the bed than the cats do. I'm at the other house.
I was gonna say, where's your cat?
Put him on solar layout. Somebody put him on solar layout. I want to see him.
Huh?
Put Eileen on solar layout. I want to see him.
All right, got it.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, little fella.
I like the way how he's looking.
Hey, puppies, what you doing? What you doing?
Kitty.
Kitty.
Hey.
No, not you guys. Go away. Oh.
Hi.
Oh boy, there's a puppy right here.
Um,
Okay, y'all can get it off now. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I
tell you.
haven't been over here to spend time with them just one-on-one in a hot minute. So I came over to the other house to spend some time with him. Now he's loving on me.
Brad, to answer your question, I was told last time I heard was that the name of this little girl's spirit at Waverly, her name is said to be Mary.
Okay.
Nope.
Because I actually have, I just looked this up. I have an old document that I wrote several years ago, which this is going to be a document I'm going to have to rewrite because several years have gone by, and I'm actually going to check in with Ernie and Denise Pack so that way I can get everything corrected. But what I have here for now is that spirit of a little girl by the name of Mary has been sighted on the 3rd floor. Okay. People claim when they approach this child, she disappears. She's also been sighted peeking up on the 3rd story windows, running up and down the hall, and has been caught on numerous EVPs. They say she's about 6 or 7, blonde, and wearing a little white nightgown. And just like I've said a few times already, some who have had close encounters with her claim she has no eyes. So, yeah.
I wonder what that means. I mean, like, is it that she's scared and she's coming across that way? Is it that she doesn't want to lock eyes with somebody? I mean, what's going on there?
They're also saying here too, because I decided to look up also. They're also because I have the story too for the homeless man. Ghost of a tall homeless man in a trench coat and his dog has been sighted near the elevator shaft, which is where Jeremy is right now. It was believed that he and his, although it's also believed because they say it was believed that he and his dog were murdered by 2 teenage Satan worshipers during a black magic ritual while they were sleeping in the abandoned. It actually occurred in 1990. At the time, no security was in sight. Their bodies were later found in the elevator shaft. And once again, much like the little girl on the 3rd floor, people have seen the homeless man claims he has no eyes either.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm not mistaken from Ernie's stories, because Ernie had run-ins with them, so they found him sleeping in there, but because they did not have security or something, he had kind of made and I could be wrong, but he kind of made a deal with them that he would try to keep the kids out of there, so they let him stay in there. So he kind of became the security.
I do remember that story exactly like that.
See, and this is why I really want to check. I want to chat with Ernie and Denise to make these changes, because this document, it's really one of the oldest documents I have, and understandable. I mean, this was like from almost 10 years ago that I wrote this document.
Imagine that though, from 10 years ago, it was still the same sightings. It's still the same storyline to a point. So that brings credibility to the story.
That's why I'm actually willing to consider, because eventually I'm gonna eventually make a slideshow for Waverly Hills. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do an episode, because again, I desperately need a break from doing all these presentations.
Yes.
So, and also I already got a number of documents that I haven't even put into presentations yet. So, and just like I've done before, I mean, my show is really supposed to be divided into seasons. So if Waverly Hills isn't featured in this one season, it will be in the next one. Mm-hmm. But in a rare circumstance, when I finish this presentation, and I already spoke with Ernie Denise on this, I'm actually going to send them a copy of my slideshow so they can look at it ahead of time and make sure that what I'm telling, both the history and paranormal side of stories, are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ernie's real upset with you, Nick.
What's that?
He's real upset with you, Nick.
Well, I'm sure he is.
So that mean-looking face that I sent to Brad, he said the same that to you too.
You know what? I would have made that same face too, not to him, but give him that same face. I was stuck here. Damn it.
Yeah.
So okay, so to let you guys know, a few minutes ago, I heard something like a scuff on the floor, And as far as I know, there's nobody else on this floor with me. And then
Girls walk.
I looked towards my left and I saw something going from one room across the hall into another. And I just went to go check it out. And there's nothing there.
It's the dog.
Hey, Adrian, turn your volume down. I'm gonna see if I can get a bear to bark. He doesn't bark much, but I'm gonna see if I can get him to bark and see if it does anything with Sadie. Woof,
Just when you
go,
talk
bark, bark,
when
come
I
on,
heard, yeah.
come here, bark. Yeah, okay, never mind. He's just looking at me like I'm stupid. So,
Oh, now
Hold on. Kitty.
Oh, wait a minute,
see if
hold
you
on,
can get yours to bark.
Let's see if he reacts to this.
Kitty. Come on.
come here, boy.
Kitty. Ghost, where you at? Kitty.
I can tell you my dog's reacting to it.
Come on, got two toy for you.
Get it, Ghost. Get it.
My dog does not
I
bark.
want your food. Damn. No, not love me.
Yeah, my dog does not bark unless something's going on. So it's not
I'll tell
working
you
on
what,
my end.
Adrian's dogs to bark. They bark at anything.
Well, they do unless you want them to, apparently.
Sorry.
Jeremy and I had a ball kicked at us last night, as well as after Kelly and Amanda walked past it.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of us were kicking this one ball. It's one of those that it's smaller than a kickball, but it lights up blue and red, and it's real low. It's a real low light. You don't see it very well, but you can still see it, and it just come rolling back to us. And also, I was throwing the ball down the hallway, and it bounced off the side of the wall and was going straight into the room, and all of a sudden it just came right back out.
Wow.
Like something hit it.
I'm gonna say something real fast.
Now, just out of curiosity, Jeremy, is it cool in the building right now, or is it kind of humid down there, or what's it like over there currently?
It actually feels really, really good. It's been overcast all day, like it was going to rain, but it never did. It got a little warm during the day, but now that the sun is down, it feels great in here.
Okay.
It was great.
Nikki, I just saw your message. So, do you want to ask yourself, Nikki, or do you want me to ask?
What?
No.
Talking to me?
You can do it because Can you actually put it in screen for a sec?
Also, you got a chance to hang out with Tina last night and tonight. You got a chance to hang out with Tina, the owner of Waverly.
Really?
First of all, she is doing really well. She's looking good.
Well,
She still has more surgeries to go with all the health issues that she's had, but she's looking good. And last night, Brad gave her a REM pod that had the WHS logo on it, and she just loved it to death. He absolutely loved it. He gave it to her before I had a chance to go down there and see it, and that was one of the first things.
See, Brad's asking was she still talking about a REM tonight.
Hold on. What?
No, that's just police sirens. Never mind.
Okay.
No, Brad was asking was she still okay. So Brad was asking was she still talking about her REM tonight?
Waverly was
Nikki-
used as a mental, wasn't it?
Nikki, no, I do not.
Okay.
Sorry, what were you asking, Nikki?
She asked me a
do you know
question
if
privately, and I told her no, I don't.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But
That's
but
okay. It's all good.
Tina is doing really good. She's looking good, and she seems to be doing better than what she did last time I saw her about 3 years ago.
That's
So
good to
give
hear.
Tina our love, okay?
Yes, yes.
Let her know.
Hey, Jeremy, since
Yeah.
we couldn't get our dogs to bark, try finding like barking dogs on your phone and just play it.
I don't want to do that on this phone because I fear that if I try to do that, then I'm going to end up leaving this.
Do you know what type of dog it was that he had, the homeless man?
It didn't say exactly which dog it was.
Okay.
So
What the heck?
I mean, they might have a detail now. It was just because this is a 10-year-old document. Of course, the information back then was relatively limited. So
Well,
that's why I got to
someone
go back
y'all
and modernize it.
message. You can probably message Ernie if no one else is around. You can probably message Ernie and he'll tell you.
Yeah.
Ernie is on his way down to Nashville right now.
To Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Is he going to go see Todd?
No, something for his son.
I thought.
And yeah, they left at 4:00 today to go down to Nashville. Something for his son to see something, and they're going to be coming back. They should be back in about 3 hours.
Eileen, I thought I thought he also lives in Kentucky.
Oh,
No,
I got some stories about the Todd. Let's put it this way. I have spent the last 3 days with Ernie and Denise Pack, and I got the complete, unabridged Pac-Man experience.
Oh my God. I
Yeah,
so wish I was there.
That's awesome. Hey, Nick.
What you see on these shows that they're a part of, it's them, but off camera, oh my.
All right, Nick, do you have control of the
Very
show?
close to how it was in the car ride, Nick.
Okay. I have to get off of here. I have to get some dogs where they need to belong and get them out to potty and all that good stuff. So I have to get off here. So if you have control of the show.
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. Jan, I love you. Thank you for everything.
For what?
You know.
Thank you for
Adrian, I've been meaning to ask, did you ever get that voicemail that I left you? Because I tried calling you right after. You didn't get it, or
who, me?
Yeah, I tried calling you.
No, I did get your voicemail. Yeah, I got it. I just wasn't going to put it
Hello?
in chat.
Oh.
So, yes, I got it. I love you. Let your mom know.
Yes, she already
Yeah,
does.
props to Nick's mom.
Yeah.
Hands
We
down.
talked to her.
Gave birth to one of the most beautiful souls I've ever met.
Yes, she
my,
did.
My mom is going to reach out to you, though, at some point. So she'll reach out to you real soon.
I'm always here. Guys, I got another, I've been working 12-hour days, and I've got only an hour and a half tomorrow, which is supposed to be my day off. I signed up for an hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
Dumbass.
Guys, we need to get off the phone here. I heard something else, and then I was looking with my flashlight. I saw some bats, so I need to get as much light turned off, or they're going to come at me.
That would be a good idea.
No,
Yes,
I
it
want,
would.
I want you to put as many lights on you, so I want you to put cameras. I want to see that happen.
No, you don't, but it will not be pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, guys.
Good night,
Have a good night. And
Before you do it, Jeremy, make sure you give Ernie a big kiss for me.
Ernie's not there.
I'm sure Ernie would appreciate that very much.
All right. Adrian, Jeremy, you both. I love you both. And you both have an awesome, blessed night.
Yes.
Seriously.
Good
Night,
y'all.
everyone.
Take care, Adrian.
Adrian, my
Good
Enjoy.
night, everybody. And don't forget, next week is Dennis. He will be our
Yep.
guest.
I cannot wait. It's gonna be so much fun.
We're going to have a lot of fun with her. All right. Good night, guys. I got to
Good
go.
night.
Good night, y'all. Let's shut it down.
Yeah, I think I'm
You're
probably gonna-
going. Are we all shutting down?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, I'm
actually-
here to work on the house. I gotta get working on the house.
I wanted to give my final thought about this.
Not
trip,
in
damn
your
it.
bed. You ain't working on your
Yeah, I
house.
was gonna say I want to give my final thought about this whole trip.
Yes.
Say it.
Do you want to go first, Jan, or do you want me to go
No,
first?
go right ahead.
Bottom line about this trip, I mean, I don't know what it is about this trip, but I mean, it's literally, and Jan, I mean, let's face it, I mean, before we didn't really chat as much. I mean, I know we still chatted, but we're like chatting like every day now. I mean, this is really a trip that has like brought us even closer together than it already has been. It's an amazing feeling. Can't see what you're muted.
She keeps touching. She
You're
kept
good
touching
now.
buttons. That's why I was like, stop. All of a sudden, everything's like popping up everywhere. I'm like, "Rrr." I don't know how she does it with her magical little 5-year-old fingers. No, final thoughts on this trip. What a family. What a trip. Literally, what a trip. Like tripping and trip and what a trip. And truly, honestly, way to go. I'm so proud of us as a group, I'm really proud. Final thoughts are just, this was amazing. This was hands down. This was an experience of a lifetime. It wasn't even the evidence that we caught. It was the bonding experience. It was the personal experiences. It was all around a very different investigation. I can't even call it an investigation, because was it really?
I mean, part of it,
family
yes, but-
reunion. It was a family reunion.
Eileen,
Well,
it was
I'm just
God's
glad-
dream team. It was
I'm
God's
just
dream
glad
team.
everybody got to see the Jan I know and now understands why I say the things I do.
That I'm crazy and psychotic and that I'll yell at people.
Well, absolutely.
Oh, Nikki, I was going off. Like I was seriously going off. I'm like, not one unlocked bathroom. And I used to live in this place and right down the road. And I'm so grateful I don't live there anymore. But holy cow, like everybody got to see the rotten side of me too. Like not just the fun loving side, but like the I'm gonna hurt somebody. And nobody judged. What a team. Nobody judged.
Nobody judged anybody for anything.
No, there wasn't anything like that at all.
And if they did, we don't know about it, so I don't care.
Well,
Call me over a cup of coffee and I'll clear your soul.
Yeah,
You got
there you
any
go.
stones to throw, you know.
you know, one
Whoever
thing,
has room to judge, God bless you, is all I got to say.
one thing I
Yeah,
gotta say though, and I thought I should still say this, even though I already said it before, but Jan, thank you so much for offering that protection after with what happened to me. So you're truly a guardian light of mine.
Oh, I love you, Nick. I would never know. I promised you guys when we walked in there, I wasn't going to let anything hurt any one of you guys. And maybe that's the one final thought that I need is after an investigation, we should all soak our feet in some salt. And we should all reflect and wash off the negativity. Remember, ground. We got to ground after investigation and make sure that those attachments aren't left to us. Make sure that, like the wounds that appeared on me aren't spreading. They're not getting worse, and if they are, contact your team members if you have attachments after an investigation. And your team members are going to be there to support you. For
They are.
sure.
They know what happened. They know
I'll call
why
you
it
later.
happened.
Yeah.
Do I, Nikki?
I mean, it's just that's definitely the best thing to do, especially after for something like this. And in spite of what happened, I mean, I already marked my message. I said for myself, as well as I'm sure the rest, and Adrian, you already have before that, we definitely will go back. We will come back to this place.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not going to let this thing beat us. So, and I've actually told
It
Janice.
It's
Yeah,
gone.
It's
That's
gone.
gone.
Remember, it yelled at it. Fine, I'm gone.
Well, and you know,
and
I've spoken to Jan this already, not just for Colorado, but with what you guys have been chatting about, talking about in the chat, and even right now, I have been writing a list of like different trip space. I mean, obviously there's no full guarantee, but I've written it down. So, and one of them obviously is going back to Colorado. So it's still being put together. I've even had, honestly, I haven't even said this yet, but I've even had thoughts about for some of these Paracons and events that I go to. I thought, how great would it be if we were able to get you guys out, if you were able to? Again, I know it's not a full guarantee, but it's definitely something to really write for.
It is. It is.
We'll be back together.
Oh, yeah.
Hands
That's
down.
the bottom line. And Nikki,
Bottom
of course,
line.
we need to get you out here too.
We need to get Adrian out to the Midwest.
I'll
We
be
need to
there
get
one day,
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, Nikki,
Adrian maybe 10 people by the time this shit's over, because okay, in 2 nights I'm 2 people. Bullshit. No. This shit's got to end, and it's got to end quick. Whatever the
Well,
hell's
I don't know,
going on.
Adrian. You can be whatever I want you to be.
Let's not. Let's not.
Oh,
There.
And with that, Beef Stick Nick has left.
Let's end this show before it gets so damn nasty.
Yeah.
Let's take it off of this air.
Oh my God.
That's where you're at.
All right. Well, thanks for everyone for tuning in and hanging out with us. This was definitely a great show. Well, until now.
Yeah. Let's end and move it
I'm gonna
away.
end that way.
You guys all have a great night. So take care, everybody.
Night, everyone.
Good night, y'all.